morning lit room with like a kind of a bed that's been made, and then a blanket on the floor like that's maybe been sort of thrown off the bed.
Suddenly the bath started to fill up with celery.
Two cliffs, and it was like really sunny, and then there were all these like floating platforms around everywhere.
My mouth is falling out, like what the fuck do you want me to do?
I remember everything having like a green hue.
These snakes were like black and red stripy. The walls were white. Otherwise no, not really. I don't remember really any colours.
Not so much sexual, but like romantic dreams. And I just remember folding up a blanket and putting it on the bed in a kind of a sort of like a mundane act of just everyday love and appreciation and routine.
There was like a ginger cat and I wanted to have sex with it. On the toilet was Boris Johnson and he was reading me a maths test.
Me and my sister, we have the same dreams quite a lot. So, like for example, we always, like the same night she had a dream that I was in hospital giving birth to a baby, and I had a dream that I was pregnant and I could feel a kicking baby, which was really weird because we're really close and we always have really similar dreams.
I don't remember what happened in the dream. When I was literally would have been like 5. Like I don't remember what happened in the dream, anything. I just remember waking up in the morning and S Club came on the radio and I went into full on panic, and I don't know why. I just remember I literally had such a weird dream about S Club. I don't remember what it was, I don't remember why, I don't remember what happened. Such a weird dream about S Club. To this day, I'm now 20 years old, to this day I literally go into full on panic attack every time I hit S Club because of this weird dream I had. The guy like comes up to me and he's like, get in the bathroom, so like I panic and I'm just like, I feel like in my dream I was quite like, I didn't want to move, like I was just stood there, and like he like shoved me into like this bathroom and he told me to get naked, and I don't know, like it was really weird because like I felt like, I don't know, like I know obviously like in your dreams like you do feel like they're real, but like I actually felt like this was happening to me, and he was like, take your clothes off, like get naked, and I was like, no, I don't want to, like I think I was like probably crying in my dream, like I think I don't know, I felt just really like scared.
It happened the other night that I slept with my first kiss. Weirdest thing ever. I haven't seen him in like 12 years maybe. I think it's because he's on Facebook a lot and I see him a lot on Facebook and I'm like, oh yeah, you know? Yeah, confused. For sure. Yeah, it was terrible sex dream. It was, yeah, I remember in the dream I met him in a shop, which happened in real life as well, and then we went back to mine, and then yeah.
I was with people who I knew they were I knew them, I'd never met them before than the people in the dream, but the way I felt towards them as if they were friends was really strange, and everyone spoke French in this dream, like perfect French. I know a tiny bit of French, so it's really strange. I remember being outside and talking to them, and then suddenly, straight away, that melting away and going into a room, and then suddenly being with them in a room in a kitchen, but there was nothing, there was no furniture, but people were sat down, but not on anything. They were sort of sat with nothing, like floating. It was really, really strange. But I couldn't. Every single time I tried to talk to them, nothing would work. And then they keep trying to talk to me in French, and it was just sort of a lot of confusion.
I was on a roller coaster. I was going up the roller coaster and I just couldn't remove my chewing gum at all, and every time I tried it was just strands, but nothing was coming out at all, and I was scared I was going to choke, but I couldn't get it out. It was daytime, it was light. I think it was actually Blackpool Pleasure Beach I was at. I think it was meant to be the Pepsi Max at Blackpool, but I was riding, instead of it being a roller coaster, it was like a bicycle that was instead of the carriages of the roller coaster. It was cloudy. I think it was more of a panic that if I went down this roller coaster and started screaming, that the chewing gum would just choke me, but luckily it didn't do that, but it was just I just couldn't get it out of my mouth no matter how I tried. Oh, dreams when you buy like nice clothes or nice food and you're like getting ready to cook it and everything, and then you wake up and you're starving and you don't have that food anymore. I've done it before where I bought like a really paying dress and then I wake up and I get really sad because I wanted the dress and I didn't get it. I feel like I've had dreams where I've eaten food before and then I wake up hungry and I'm just like, oh, I've not actually digested that.
Can I tell you about a scary dream? It's a very vivid, scary dream that I had. For me, it was scary. I was in this house. I didn't know what house it was. It was like a single bed, so maybe I was quite young, because when I was younger I had a single bed. And there was this little boy running around, but it was a ghost, because I was going to sleep in my dream, but then I see this boy running around and he's a ghost, and I freak out. I'm actually having like a panic attack in my dream, and he comes closer to me and then I grab his neck. I grab his neck and I'm like, you're not real, you're not real. But I don't know who this boy is. He might be just like a usual boy you might see in like a horror film or something, and I don't know, I just don't know who it is. If it's all dark and gloomy, then you're gonna feel a little bit more kind of vulnerable in a way, because if I turn the light on or something, I'd feel better, especially if I woke up, because I woke up from that dream, and if I turn on the light I would feel better. Panicked because I woke up and I was like breathing quite heavily. I never really have nightmares, so that was freaky for me. Yeah, that was freaky. I woke up and I think I was actually saying, you're not real, you're not real. I wasn't actually, like, I didn't have my hands out, but I think that's what I was saying. It might have been linking because when I was younger, we used to live in a haunted house. Like, nothing actually ever happened to me, but it happened to my mum and my dad a lot, and my brother. My brother had an experience. So it might have linked to that, like maybe that day I was thinking about that house. Well, my mum would always see something. There was a really creepy story behind it, so that probably made it worse, that she knew like what happened in that house. But yeah, one night she saw a face. She woke up in bed and she saw a face like hanging over her, and yeah, and paintings would like fly from one room to the other, one like wall to the other wall, and like it would fall over.
So I had a lot of dreams when I was younger about being chased or something bad happening and having to run away from it. So one of the more recent ones that I can remember was being at my next door neighbour's house, and it was sometime within the last 2 years definitely, and being in one of their back rooms and there being like robbers in the garden and the window smashing and screaming, and my mum was there, and running away from them and running out of the house and down the hill and phoning the police, and then kind of just taking off, kind of just like flapping my arms kind of elegantly rather than frantically, and just flying. And then the dream would just end there because I'd never come down.